Good morning, everybody. My name is Joanne. Thank you so much for everyone to come and join me this morning on your mats. Like I said, my name is Joanne. I will be guiding you through your practice today. Today, I have set up a little sequence for us to be able to go ahead and fully maximize the benefits of what we're here to do. And it's not just bringing energy and small movements into the body, but here we are inside of this beautiful and magical salt cave. And with that in and of itself brings so many healing properties that I would really like to just build on that. Not only would I like to go ahead and for us to build on that, but just making sure we have that awareness of our breath, because our breath is so important, and opening the heart chakra and our heart center and expanding in the lungs is how we're going to maximize the benefits of not just our yoga practice, but what we're here inside the salt cave getting all these beautiful benefits of. So friends, if you would like to go ahead, the choice is yours today. You can go ahead and lay on your mats, or you can start in this easy seated pose like I am. Either way, we're just going to go ahead and take a couple of moments to just get ourselves into our bodies and just start to bring ourselves to center so that we may begin. If you are laying down, make sure you are nice and comfortable. If you are seated, bring your hands down to your palms of, bring the palms down to your knees. Place them face up if we are looking for more of an energetic practice. Place them face down on our knees if we're needing a little bit more grounding today. Although we're going to be doing a little bit of all of it in class today. So go ahead, quiet the mind, bring the awareness to the breath, and as we're breathing, we're ensuring that our spine is not concave, it's not slouched. We want to imagine a long line of energy starting at the base of the spine, going all the way through all of the chakras, up into the crown of the head, extending into the sky. For my friends laying down, your vision doesn't change. But now imagine that line of energy being drawn from the feet up to the spine, through the spine, and out through the crown of the head. Envision that longevity in our spine. On our next inhale, I invite you guys to please bring your one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly, just to get a little more sensation and a little bit more feeling and awareness of our breath. Now we're going to be moving into a really fantastic morning breath work routine. So the way it's going to go, and I'll preface it before we start so that y'all can follow along. We're going to inhale, but as we're inhale, it's almost going to be like an interrupted inhale. So as we inhale, I will go ahead and let you guys know. Inhale, 1, 2, hold. Inhale, 3, 4, hold. And then we're going to exhale, 1, 2, hold. 3, 4, hold. And we're going to do that for a couple of rounds. All right? So placing our hand on our heart and a hand on our belly. I want you guys to just be able to breathe in all of the salt in the air. And this is really, really great for calming our nervous system and getting us centered. So we're going to go ahead and inhale, hold, inhale, 3, 4, hold, Inhale, 3, 4, hold. Inhale, 5, 6, hold. Exhale, 1, 2, hold. Exhale, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 5, 6, hold. Release the breath and bring your awareness back and your breath back into that organic state in which we know. We can float the hands back down to our knees. Take a couple moments, and we're going to go ahead and start off by bringing our hands into Anjali Mudra. Pray our hands into our heart center. Take a moment to bow the head and set an intention for class, whatever that may look like. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and bring our hands down beside us. And what we're going to do, we're going to make sure that our arms aren't hanging onto our ears like earrings. We're going to relax the shoulders, bring the arms down, and we're going to bring our gaze lowered. And we're going to do a couple of little neck side stretches. So on your inhale, bring the right ear to your right shoulder. Exhale to center. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. And if we want to go ahead, if the space allows it and if it does not hinder or hurt us, remember we want to feel sensations, not pain. Feel free to put your hand over your head and allow gravity to extend the left side of the neck. On your next inhale, on your next exhale, bring your gaze lowered to center. On your next inhale, bring the left ear to meet the left shoulder. Same thing, keeping the right hand lowered. Bring your hand over the head if we want a deeper stretch on the side of the neck. Go ahead and allow gravity to do the work. If not, we're going to just do this 2 more times, matching breath to movement. Exhale to center. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder, and do that movement for a couple rounds. Reminding yourselves not to slouch and keep that long line of energy in the spine. Feeling the sensations awakening up our neck. And on our next exhale, we're going to meet down in center. You can bring our gaze back up to neutral. And for this one, we're going to raise our elbows up to our ears and then allow them to drop. And we're going to do 3 sets of those. Inhale, exhale, drop. Match your breath to movement. It's really nice. That tension and release is allowing the muscles to not just contract, but allow that release. Almost like we're warming up a rubber band and getting it to loosen up. All right. Your next exhale, we're going to bring our right arm out. Bring it across our body, using our left arm to come across, almost like we're using, like half a hug. So we're going to give ourselves half a hug, but we're going to feel that stretch in our shoulders and our deltoids. This is also a really nice way to give ourselves some love. We are working in our heart chakras. Exhale, bring the right arm out and lower. Bring your left arm out across the body and use your right arm to hang on to it and bring it in for that nice stretch and give yourself a nice hug. Exhale, and we're going to switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, open up your arms and bring them back down to center. Up. Now, bring your right arm, bring it to your left knee, raise your left arm for a nice lateral stretch all along the side body. You can use the right arm as a way to stabilize yourself and get deeper into the posture. Don't forget to breathe. And on your next exhale, bring the left arm to meet the right knee. Raise the right arm, and we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Feeling that long line of energy and stretch around our right side body. Inhale, exhale, bring the arm down. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, raise the left arm. Exhale, bring the left arm down. Inhale the right hand up. And exhale the right hand down. And now come back to center, release those hands. Good morning, friends. From here, we're going to be transitioning into tabletop. This is where I like to invite everyone with sensitive knees to use a blanket underneath to release some of that pressure, to allow yourself to be comfortable. Remember, this is all about feeling comfortable in your body. So if you need 1 blanket, 2 blankets, 3 blankets, 4, use what you need to support your body. We don't want to feel pain. We want to feel sensation. So let's go ahead and move into tabletop. I'm going to start this way. From tabletop, we're going to do a variation of cat-cow. If this is uncomfortable, please stay right here in your tabletop position. And you can follow the cat-cows the same exact way. However, if you would like a little bit of a hamstring stretch, that's what we're going to be working on now. So from your tabletop position, bring your right foot out, place it parallel to your mat. And from here, inhale. We want to bring expansion into the chest. Cat. Exhale, round the spine. Bring your gaze to the navel. Cow. Inhale for cat. Exhale for cow. Now feel free to move in any organic ways that the body feels you might need, whether it's a little bit of a wiggle, matching breath to movement, ensuring that our hands are stacked under our elbows and that our knees are in line with the hips. Inhale, cat. And on your next exhale, meet us in neutral. Bring the right, meet us in neutral. From here, if this position is uncomfortable, and if for my friends in tabletop, you are more than welcome to stay here in tabletop. Go into child's pose, listen to your body. For the rest, now, from tabletop, we're gonna engage the core, rise up, bring our right arm onto our right shin, or wherever our hand may fall. And we're gonna use the left hand and go ahead and do another side stretch. Engage those muscles in the core, the side body. Feel it in your glutes, the hamstrings. Exhale, back down to tabletop. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So bring your left leg out, parallel to the mat. Inhale for cat. And always ensuring our right wrists, doesn't matter, they should both be, but that our wrists are in line with the elbow, are in line with the shoulders, one straight line. Our pelvis, same thing. We want to make sure that we are keeping our pelvis squared. So, all that being said, bring your left leg out. Inhale for cat. Opening up the chest. Nice big inhales. Small gentle movements on your exhale. Bring your gaze to the navel. And inhale for cat. Do a couple of rounds, matching breath to movement. Remembering we are here to pay attention to our breath. Bring all of that pranayama energy into the body and really get the benefits of the salt in this cave. And on your next exhale, meet us down at neutral tabletop with the leg out, for those of you who are with the leg out. And with the core engaged, come up onto the knees and leg kickstand. And we're going to place our left hand on our shin and go ahead and bring the right hand overneath, palm facing down, creating that long line of energy for a really nice stretch. It's the morning. We gotta get all those nooks and crannies going and all those joints nice and lubricated for those of us going to the beach later. All right, my friends, and on your next exhale, go ahead and bring that hand down. Meet us back in tabletop. Okay. So from tabletop, we're going to bring the left. No. Excuse me, I'm a little far ahead on my map. I was like, I don't have space for me. All right, my friends. On our next inhale, we're going to go ahead and bring our toes curled underneath the feet. Lift up into a small downward dog. Keep a very generous bend in the knees. Pedal it all out. And go ahead and bring the right foot to meet your hands right in between. Lower that back leg. Uncurl the toes. ensuring that our knee is over the ankle and that we're not twisting it in any way. We want to ensure proper alignment because that's what's going to keep us safe and keep us from having to injure ourselves. Anyways, if you want a little bit of a challenge, feel free to go into full lunge. But I'm going to stay right here. And now, using and engaging our core muscles, and on our next inhale, sweep the arms up into our low lunge. Inhale, exhale. And on our next inhale, we're going to bring both arms forward. And we're going to trace the left hand through the body and open it up. Maintaining the hips squared. The hips are not going anywhere. This is a twist. We're using our torso to twist. So when you're coming in, long lines of energy as always. Inhale for length and exhale to deepen the stretch, the twist I mean. And on our next inhale, bring the arm back up to meet the right. Go ahead, lower both hands. Left foot should be inside the right. And we're going to bring the right hand and trace it all the way up for our reversed low lunge. Inhale, exhale. Bring the arm down. Now go ahead and flip the back foot, curls, toes curled facing down. We're going to lift that leg, bring your right foot to meet the left leg, and it's your totally yogi's choice. We can go into a vinyasa, but if we're not there yet, we can just go from the top of a plank straight into a downward dog. We're going to stay in downward dog for just a couple moments, catching our breath, pedaling the feet out, ensuring that the hands are facing forward, and that the eyes of the elbows are not facing each other. Your fingertips should be facing the front of the mat, creating almost like a J shape with your index and thumb. Eyes of the elbows. Anyways, I lost myself in that. Eyes of the elbows. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. On our next inhale, we're going to bring the right foot up. Bring it to meet the front. We're going to shorten our stance just a little bit. We're going to be going into a variation of Warrior One. So with this back left foot, I want you to go ahead, shorten your stance, place it at a 45-degree angle. You want about 3 feet of distance. We want our feet not exactly in alignment because we need to maintain our pelvis squared. So once we have found our alignment, our foot are on railroad tracks, not a tightrope. Go ahead, engage the core, and come all the way up. For a variation of Warrior One, straight-legged Warrior One. From here, we're going to go ahead and fold forward. Inhale, half up, and fold forward. Inhale, half lift, and fall forward. On our next inhale, we're going to plant the I'm sorry, friends. On our next inhale, we're gonna place the right hand on the outside of the right foot, and we're gonna open up into Trikonasana, revolve triangle pose. Again, we're twisting with our torso, trying to maintain our hips aligned and squared as much as possible. On our next exhale, bring the arm down. Bring that back left foot up front to meet the right. Generous leg bend in the knees. Forward fold, exhale. Take a couple moments here. Shake the head. Maybe bring the arms to hold one another at the elbows. Ragdoll. Use any organic movements from here. We're going to go ahead and vertebrae by vertebrae, come all the way up. Bring our hands down to our heart center. Generous bend in the knees. We're going to go ahead, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we're going to bring the right foot back. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, starting with our low lunge. So as we bring the right foot back, go ahead and lower the knee down. Or if you want to engage and have a little bit more of a core energetic workout, feel free to lift the knee. I'm going to leave my knee down on the floor and meet myself where I'm at today. And on our next inhale, engaging our core muscles, we're going to go ahead and lift our arms up. Breathing in all of the beautiful salty air. Exhale. On our next inhale, bring the arms forward. Exhale, draw the right hand all the way across the body to the back. Our gaze can follow or it can stay forward, wherever our neck allows us and feels comfortable. On our next exhale, bring the right arm back to meet the left. Go ahead and put your hands down back onto the mat, keeping the left hand on the outside. Keeping the right hand on the inside of the left foot, and go ahead and extend the left arm to the sky. Inhale, exhale, bring the arm down. Yogi's choice. If you want to move through a vinyasa, we're going to be lifting the back knee off the ground, curling the toes underneath us, bringing the left leg to meet the right into the plank. You can stay in plank, modified plank, lower down into a slow modified shavasana, and meet down in down dog or child's pose. Don't forget, child pose is our friend. It's always available to us. It is our point of contact. If you need a moment to listen to your body, please stop at any time and drop into child's pose. So from down dog, we're going to go ahead and now bring the left leg forward. And we're going into that warrior one variation. So we want to make sure that we shorten our stance just a bit. We want our feet to be about 3 feet apart. Drop the back foot at a 45-degree angle, ensuring that that our pelvis is squared towards the front of the mat. And on our inhale, we're going to engage our core and bring ourselves up through warrior into this variation of straight-legged warrior. And in this pose, this is a very powerful grounding pose as well. We can use all four sides of the feet to really plant the foot into the ground. And it's not one foot doing more work than the other. It's both feet using each other in conjunction to bring that line of energy into the core and rise it all the way up. So from here, we're going to lower to pyramid. Inhale halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale halfway. Keeping the left hand on the outside of the left foot. You're going to bring the right arm to the sky for revolved Trikonasana, revolved triangle pose. And on our next inhale, we're going to meet our hand back down. The left leg is going to move to the back to meet the right. Yogi's choice. If you want to go into a vinyasa, like a chaturanga, you're more than welcome. If you want to drop down the knees and do a modified plank, you're more than welcome to. If you want to go into up dog, you can. Cobra, you can. Or if you want to do none of those, meet us in child's pose, you can. Regardless, we're going to meet here in down dog or child's pose, wherever you want to be. Inhale. On your next exhale, keeping the arms straight in front of us, whether we are in child's pose or down dog. If we are in down dog, bring the knees down to the mat, onto the blanket. If you are using it for support, for my friends in child's pose, bring your seat up and your bum into like a 90-degree angle like we were in tabletop. However, instead of tabletop, we're moving into puppy pose. So we're going to keep our arms extended with our hips up to the sky and stretch it out here. Inhale, feel the stretch in the upper shoulders, in your back. Yummy. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale, come all the way to your bellies. If you want to keep the blanket underneath you, you're more than welcome to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my blanket just a little bit more, just so that I have more surface area to be supported. Here we go. So meeting here down in our bellies, we're going to do a couple of rounds of cobra. So on our inhale, we want to bring our hands right underneath our shoulders. Our elbows are tucked to our body. They're not extended out like we're flapping anywhere. They're next to the body, hands right underneath the shoulders. And on our inhale, you can do baby cobra and just stop right here. Feeling the sensation on the lower back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra. Maybe we want to go a little bit higher with our cobra this time. Always keeping the arms engaged and next to the body. Exhale down. And for those of us that want to go into full cobra, this is our chance. If not, you can choose baby cobra, mama cobra, but we're going to go into papa cobra right now. 1, 2, 3. Inhale to Papa Cobra, or just the actual Cobra pose, just in its full expression. Now, widening and opening space in our chest, inhaling all of that beautiful energy into our lower back, to our lower spine, giving it strength and stability through our breath. And exhale, come all the way down. Now we're going to inhale into Cobra one more time. This time, you're going to look over your right shoulder, which might look like dropping the right elbow a little bit to give you some space. And then we're going to come back to neutral, drop the left elbow. And come back. One more time, drop the left elbow, the right elbow. Bring your gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale forward. Inhale, stay for the inhale. Exhale, drop the left, look over to the right. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center and come all the way down to reverse corpse pose. And just take a moment to really acknowledge the benefits that we just gave our lower back. We're working on not just opening up our heart center, but strengthening the lower back while making sure that our breath is beautiful, our chest is open, our heart is open, everything is connecting. If the mind wanders, let it wander. But what we want to remember throughout our practice is that all we need to do is breathe. Breathe and pay attention to your body, the sensations within the body. Does it hurt? Does this feel good? Can I do this without it injuring me? If so, do I need to bring the ground to me? Do I need to support my knees? Those are the type of things I would encourage everyone to just be aware. Everyone's body's different and will use and need different things. So knowing how and when to ask, or leaning towards the modification that really resonates within us is part of our yogic experience, and really being true to ourselves without hurting ourselves. As we've laid comfortably in this reverse corpse pose, we're going to go ahead and do a couple of one-legged bow pose. We're not going to go into the full bow pose, but hey, there's always a next time. So from here, from our reverse corpse, go ahead and extend the left hand all the way out. Bring the right ankle towards the right glute. Bringing the right hand to hold on to the foot. Bringing it closer for a nice quad stretch. If this is uncomfortable, if we cannot reach the foot, that is okay. You can stop here. You can place a blanket underneath your foot. You can just allow gravity to just do the work for you as well. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the release. Bring everything down to the ground. Bring the right arm to match your left hand on the ground. And we're going to go ahead and now bend the left ankle to the left glute, swinging the left hand to meet the left top of the foot for that quad stretch. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, release. Back into our corpse pose. You could bring your third eye to the mat. Take a moment here. Feel free to give yourself a couple of rolls onto the mat, engaging the third eye. And in our next inhale, we're going to go ahead and clasp the hands behind our back. If this is not accessible to us, if it feels uncomfortable, if we are just not there today, that is perfectly fine. You can just have your arms extended side to the side. And on our next inhale, we're going to peel the chest off the mat. And we're going to feel the sensation once again on our lower back. So we don't want to go and overexert ourselves. We just want to be right at the cusp where we feel sensation but not pain. We can do that through having our hands out to the side with the hands clasped. Yogi's choice. Don't forget the breath. And on our next exhale, bring everything down. And on our next inhale, we're going to go, bring your hands up front and use your hands. We're going to go into tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to go and sit on our knees for a moment. If sitting on our knees is uncomfortable, that is perfectly okay. You can go ahead and just meet us right here with your legs faced, in staff pose with your legs forward. If you need a blanket underneath your knees, you're more than welcome to. Either way, we're going to be benefiting from the same pose. So we're going to counter all of those back straightening bends. And we're going to do so by bringing both our hands facing our feet right behind our mat. I need option to stay right here. Option to lift the hips for a camel variation. Exhale, release. And for my friends that will have their legs out, same thing. You can bring for a reverse tabletop and release. Now, from wherever we are, we're going to come back into tabletop. We're going to go ahead, bring the pelvis and the hips straight up to the sky, ensuring that our arms are nice and safe, extending through. Paddle the feet out. Bring any movements that the body might feel it needs. Inhale, exhale, and on the next inhale, bring the right foot up for three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Now, follow the cue. From three-legged dog, we're going to bend that knee, open up the hip so that the foot is falling over to our left side. opening up the pelvis. And on our next inhale, we're going to flip that knee back, bringing our knee to right, bringing our right knee to right wrist, placing it down to the floor, preparing ourselves for pigeon. If pigeon is too uncomfortable, you're more than welcome to do a reclined figure 4. We are engaging all the same muscles. For my friends here in pigeon, take a moment to center yourself. Find a position that feels comfortable. Remember, we want our shoulders to be in depression. Not sad, but just not in elevation. The opposite of elevation, depression, away from the ears. Opening up the chest, opening up the heart, opening up our lungs to be able to receive all this beautiful air that is surrounding us, all this beautiful salty air. We are more than welcome to stay here, or if you would like, go ahead and surrender to the fold, wherever that may be. Whether you need to use your forearms for support, or want to bring the forehead all the way down to the ground, engaging that third eye to the salty earth. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, go ahead. Flip the back toes. Plant the hands firmly onto the ground. Bring that right leg back up to three-legged dog. And bring it down to meet the left. From here, we're going to bring the left foot into three-legged dog. Bring it back down. Inhale, bring it up to three-legged dog. Exhale. Bend the back, bend the knee. Bend the knee. And we're going to go ahead and open up the pelvis. Almost like you can even see your foot through your armpit. Just want to open up the head and prepare ourselves for our pigeon. On our next inhale, go ahead and bring the knee back. Flip the knee back, keeping it hovered. And on your next exhale, go ahead and bring the knee to the left knee to left wrist. And settle in. Once again, matching breath to movement, matching our breath, making sure that our elbows are, that'd be a weird place for our elbows, making sure our shoulders are down, away from the ears, our chest is open, ready to take in all of that beautiful salty air. Inhale, nice big deep breath. Exhale, surrender, or stay here, yogi's choice. You can surrender onto your forearms or all the way down. Stay here, feel that engagement in the lower pelvis. And on your next inhale, bring yourself back up if you had been surrendering. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale. And then on the next exhale, curl the back toes, plant your hands firmly onto the ground, lift yourself up, launching that left leg back into three-legged dog, and bringing it down. Feel free to pedal the feet out And from this downward dog, we're going to go ahead and walk our our feet, or I guess leg hands. We're going to be walking our feet to meet our hands at the top of the mat. Go ahead into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, using all four corners of the feet. Root yourself, plant yourself onto the ground. Swan dive up and over. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do one more round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down to forward fold. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swan dive the arms all the way back. All the way up. And we're going to stay right here with our arms overhead. And go ahead and start to bend. Always keep it in mind, our hips are facing forward, not causing this arch in the lower back, but instead bringing it in. Bringing it in. It's almost like you want your everything to just be facing forward, and you're going to feel the flexion happening in your thighs now. If we're standing in mountain pose correctly, we can feel the engagement in the thighs, and we can feel the stability through all four corners of the leg, and we're not as sway as perhaps we would be. We're also, by tucking in the lower back and ensuring that our pelvis is aligned, we're protecting our lower back, and we just did a lot of back strengthening. So take a couple moments in this mountain pose with our hands overhead, and go ahead and on your next inhale, and on your next exhale, slowly bend to one side. I'm going to go ahead and start on my right, making sure that we're not collapsing on ourselves, that our chest is still open and receptive to all of the beautiful breath, all of the beautiful air, all of the beautiful prana that is surrounding us all at all times. On your next exhale, bring your arms up. And stay for the inhale. And on your exhale, bend on over for a lateral stretch on the opposite side. Breathing, always breathing into the heart space, into the lungs, into the chest. Allowing the heart, the lungs, the body to accept love, to accept the healing benefits of this salt. On your next exhale, on your next inhale, come back up to neutral. Arms come down to the side. Nope. Mountain pose. For mountain pose, once again, we're going to put a bend in the knees and go into a forward fold. From this forward fold, generous bend in the knees, and lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Meet me in staff pose, which is just extended legs. We're going to keep our feet flexed. That's going to go ahead and keep our knees protected. So go ahead, find your ground. Sometimes I gotta make sure that our spine is not being compromised, especially the lower spine. Like I said before when we were starting off class, that long line of energy through the spine, we want to maintain that long line of energy through the spine so that it's not collapsing. For me, it involves kind of moving my tushy around a little bit to ensure that that space is there. If you're like me, feel free to do the same, or whatever your body's calling for you to do. So from here, go ahead, lift the arms up, exhale, fold, inhale, half lift, exhale, fold, inhale, half lift, nice big breath. And on our exhale, we're gonna stick our tongue out, lion's breath. Inhale, come back up to seated staff, feet flexed, inhale, exhale, lion's breath. I want to hear it loud. Good job. On our next inhale, I want you guys to bring your right hand out, extended to the side of the mat. And we're going to bring our left arm overhead for another side stretch. Always maintaining our chest open. Exhale, reverse. So we're going to plant the left hand down. Bring the right arm overhead. Exhale, bring the right arm down. And from here, we're going to transition into half Lord of the Fishes. So, I want you guys to keep your right leg out. Left foot is going to go over the left foot is going to go over the right ankle. We're going to go bring our right arm out, bring it overhead and hook it to the to the outside of the left leg. And from here, we're going to twist. If twisting does not feel good for us today, you can stay right here. You don't have to twist. If you want to twist, feel free to do so. You can even go ahead and bring the hand behind the back into a half bind. And remember, when we inhale, it's for length. And when we exhale, we're creating length and space. When we exhale, it's allowing us to move deeper into the twist. Go ahead, exhale, release. Bring both hands to the right side of the mat. Just work a little bit of a counter stretch. And then go ahead and meet us in neutral. And we're going to do the opposite. So keeping the left foot extended, bring your right foot over to the outside of the left foot. We're going to bring our left hand up and hook it over to the outside of the right leg. Bringing our left hand out, half Lord of the Fishes. Or stay here. We can go here or bind. If the gaze allows it, look back over your shoulder. Inhale for length. Exhale for a deeper twist. Exhale, release. And we're just going to go ahead and do one more forward fold. We're going to go ahead, release, and counter that stretch. Here we go. Inhale. Last forward fold. Inhale all the way up. So, from here, we're going to go ahead and do a half straddle. So, kick your right leg out and bring your left knee in. Bring your left foot to meet the right thigh, the inside of the right thigh. Keeping the foot flexed is going to help protect the knee. So once again, keeping chest open, We're going to bring our right hand into the inside of our right leg. Swing the left hand overhead. And feel that stretch in our side body. Exhale, release. Inhale, twist. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, meet at center. Go ahead and switch those feet so the right foot is coming into the inner left thigh. Your left thigh comes out. Your left foot is flexed and engaged. We're going to go ahead and bring our left hand to the inside of the leg. Raise the right arm all the way up for a nice stretch. Nice breathing. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, twist to face the left foot. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. And from here, we're gonna go into easy pose or meditation stance, or as I grew up learning, crisscross applesauce. Ooh. Now, we're gonna do a couple of rounds of alternate nostril breathing just to prepare us to move into our Shavasana. Alternate nostril breathing is really, really wonderful, not just to regulate our breath, but it's going to bring symmetry and balance back into the body. Our body resonates from both lunar and solar energy, so our left and our right encompass one of those elements. Each one encompasses one of those elements. So by breathing in through one nostril and then exhaling out and doing a few rounds of that is going to bring balance, stability, groundness, and calmness into the body. So in order to go ahead and get started with this, bring your palm out. Traditionally, it is done with your right hand. I think most of people here are right-handed. But I'm going to go ahead and do it with my left because that's how I know how to do it. We're going to bring the middle and ring finger down. Nope, we're going to bring our pointer and middle finger down so that we have our ring and thumb out. Now, the way this is going to work, and you can watch me do a round so that you're not confused, we're going to essentially close the left nostril, inhale through the right, close the right, exhale through the left. And then we're going to inhale through the left, close, exhale through the right, inhale through the right, and exhale through the left. So whenever you guys are ready, inhale through the left, close the left nostril, exit through the right, inhale right, close the right nostril, exhale left, inhale left, close the left nostril, exhale right. Keep doing this at your own pace for just a few more rounds. When you get to your Next round of breath, we're going to finish on our left side. After that, bring your hand down to your knees. And we're just going to do one big inhale from both nostrils, making sure that we engage and really breathe in all the salt that's in the air. Because at the end of the day, the salt's just going to go into our lungs and it's just going to help and conjoin both our practice, our meditation, and our healing benefits. And the healing benefits of the salt is all going to be encompassed into our body at the same time. So go ahead, nice big inhale. Exhale through the mouth. One big inhale. Lion's breath. And now, my friends, find your final shape into Shavasana, corpse pose. And relax. If the mind starts to wander, allow it to wander. What helps me is being aware of my breath. Kind of brings me into that meditative state. A lot of the times I find a lot of just chitter chatter happening in my mind while I'm in Shavasana or trying to do any kind of meditative posture or segment. But I do find just being aware. I'm going to breathe for 4 and exhale for 4. And eventually you might just drift off into another realm. If you would like a little bit of slight adjustments in aromatherapy, just go ahead and bring your left arm out and to the side of your mat, and I will be coming around. If not, just go ahead and relax. All right, my friends. Go ahead and start bringing your awareness back into your body, wiggling the toes, wiggling the hands, making sure we're waking up. Maybe do a little bit of stretching. You can bring your hands overhead for a full body stretch. And when we're ready, roll over to your favorite side. Into fetus. And with your head lowered and your gaze down, go ahead and lift yourself up slowly into seated. And we're going to keep the eyes lowered, the gaze lowered, closed. Bring your arms into your heart center. I want to thank every one of you for joining me on your mats this morning. I really hope you guys were able to really engage with your breath and move with the breath and see the physical and meditative portion of our asanas, of our practice today. I would like to send you guys home with all the love that I can. If you guys are going to be going out and enjoying the beach, enjoy the fresh air, enjoy being out. If we're going home and we have things that are just in abundance that are happening, remember, you did something really amazing for your body today just by showing up on the mat. honor yourself for doing that. Know that there's always a place for you to step aside, but do some breathing. You are in your body. Listen to your body. Don't overexert it. Drink lots of water, my friends. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. May the force be with us all. Namaste.